The purpose of protecting the life of our nation and preserving the liberty of our citizens is to pursue the happiness of our people. Our success in that pursuit is the test of our success as a nation. For a century, we labored to settle and to subdue a continent. For half a century, we called upon unbounded invention and untiring industry to create an order of plenty for all of our people. The challenge of the next half century is whether we have the wisdom to use that wealth to enrich and elevate our national life and to advance the quality of our American civilization. Your imagination, your initiative, and your indignation will determine whether we build a society where progress is the servant of our needs, or a society where old values and new visions are buried under unbridled growth. For in your time, we have the opportunity to move not only toward the rich society and the powerful society, but upward to the great society. The great society rests on abundance and liberty for all. It depends an end to poverty and racial injustice, and to whether we are totally committed in our time, and that is just the beginning. Right now, I want to talk to you today about three places where we will begin to build a great society in our cities, in our countryside, and in our classrooms. Many of you will live to see the day, perhaps 50 years from now, when there will be 400 million Americans, 4/5 of them in urban areas, and the remainder of this century urban population will double. City land will double, and we will have to build homes, highways, and facilities equal to all of those builds since this country was first settled. So, in the next 40 years, we must rebuild the entire urban United States. A second place where we begin to build a great society is in our countryside. We have always prided ourselves on not only America the strong and America the free, but America the beautiful. Today, that beauty is in danger. The water we drink, the food we eat, the very air that we breathe are threatened with pollution. Our parks are overcrowded, our seashores overburdened, green fields and dense forests are disappearing. A third place to build the great society is in our classrooms of America. There, your children's lives will be shaped. Our society will not be great until every young mind is set free to scan the farthest reaches of thought and imagination. We are still far from that goal. Each year, more than 100,000 high school graduates with proved ability do not enter college because they cannot afford it. And if we cannot educate today's youth, what will we do in 1970 when elementary school enrollment will be 500 million greater than in 1960? And high school enrollment will rise by 5 million. College enrollment will increase by more than 3 million. There are those timid souls who say that this battle cannot be won, that we are condemned, soulless wealth, and I do not agree. We have the power to shape the civilization that we want, but we need your will, your labor, your hearts, and if we are to build that kind of society. Those of you who came to this land sought to build more than just a new country. They sought a new world. So I have come here today to your campus to say that you can make their vision our reality. So let us this moment begin our work so that in the future men will look back and say, it was then, after a long and weary way, that man turned the exploits of his genius to the full enrichment in his life. Thank you, and goodbye.